Comedy writers, you're smothering your project and you need to let it breathe on its own. You're thinking too hard, and it feels like what you probably need to do is treat this project as a separate entity from yourself. Don't wrap up your entire identity into this project. I know it's important to you. It's funny. You like it, but there's some things that are not working out, and you need to let the universe do its thing. You also need to let the project breathe on its own. I've got the tower in reverse, so there's no chaos. You've got the two of cups, so no new partners in crime. It could be just you needing to be by yourself and getting to know that other person. This could be you and the project, you just kind of having time with the project. You got the lovers. I mean, you're definitely dedicated to the project. You're definitely dedicated. So just keep the dedication, but you might need to take a step back. You might be being a little bit overbearing. You do have the 10 of Wands. Originally I wrote down that probably there's not enough comedy in here, but it almost just feels like more of an internal card that you're probably holding on to too much regarding how this project is coming out. And because of that, you're not holding on, you're not comfortable, you don't feel safe, you don't feel great right now. Definitely you don't, because you've got the Three of Swords as well. And so it's just, you got a little bit of a heartbreak going on. It's almost like you're revving your engine just a little bit too much. You do have the King of Swords. And by this, I just, you're definitely thinking a lot. You're thinking a lot. You're probably not, um, probably saying too much, maybe not letting other people believe in the project, letting it stand on its own. You're probably trying to convince people too much. You also have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, which is like skills, like perfected skills, but you're not feeling very skillful. It feels like you feel like you suck. Is what it basically is. It feels like you're stupid. It feels like, or you're taking it out on yourself. You feel like you're just not good at what you do. The Four of Cups. Now, the Four of Cups is usually about boredom. So you're not bored, but what I wrote down was it feels like you're blocking options. The card at the bottom of the deck, probably your most important card. You do have two majors on here, but probably your most important card is this Four of Swords. And this is all about mental rest. I think you need to just rest. I think you need to take a minute, take a night, take a couple nights, talk to your project, let it know, ask it how it's feeling, and approach it that way and treat it as a separate entity from yourself. Numbers you might want to pay attention to are 16, 2, 6, 10, 9, 3, 4, 8, 4, 4. And all those numbers, if you add them up, they equal 66. 6 plus 6 equals 12. 12 in the major arcana is the Hanged Man, which is also seeing something from a different perspective. Taking a moment, taking a pause. I do want to also recognize here that you do have 4, 8, 4, 4. All those are multiples of 4. 4 is a very stable number in the tarot. So it seems like there is some stability here. You just might be going a little overboard with too much thinking, too much convincing, too much talking, and not allowing the project to do what it needs to do to attract the right people, places, things, producers, actors, something kind of a thing. Elementally, we have earth, air, fire, and water. And air is your most prominent element. Air is our thoughts and communications. With the two majors that came up, you've got an air and a fire one, tower and the lovers. I'm going to recommend you pay attention to what those messages are from them. The planetary things that you might want to pay attention to and astrological signs are Mars, Gemini, and Mercury. So look those up. They probably have a message for you regarding how to calm your mind a little bit and what to do going forward. I do want to go over some colors here. The color that really came out at me first was these brown in the swords here. There is a lot of brown in the tower as well. This could also mean with the tower that maybe you feel like not a lot of things are happening right now. Tower sometimes means chaos and it's out of our control. You might be a little bit too controlling about this project right now. I didn't really get another color. I got more of a feel. and it's more of dullness. It came from this card, the King of Swords. He just, yeah, he's very owning of his thoughts, but the colors in the card just seem very not bright. It's not that it's not fun because this is the happy tarot, but it's just amongst the rest of the cards, it just seems very dull. And then you also, the dullness kind of went along with this card as well. There just seems to be, the rest of the cards are very bright. Like, even if you look at the Three of Swords, that's brighter than the King. Like, there's just a lot more brightness going on in this heartache than with this guy. So I would just highly pay attention to, I don't even know how you would pay attention to the dullness. It almost feels like um there's the project, and then there's you, and then there's like a filter between you and the project, and maybe you're pushing that filter too much, and the project, it can't push back along that filter, something of that. It just, that's what it kind of feels like to me. um I do pull 3 extra cards. You've got surprise villain, so you're probably going to get some kind of a surprise from someone that maybe wants to take the project away. It could be a surprise villain in the project. Maybe there's a surprise, the villain in the project has a surprise for you. We also got snow. Now, something that I'm seeing right now, though, I know that this is just snow, but I'm seeing also a trail. So maybe there's like a road that you can take regarding this as well. What will your protagonist gain in the latest scene? With that, I am Chris, and I am a tarot reader who helps screenwriters and authors overcome writer's block. If you want to take this a little bit further and maybe even see what this project is trying to tell you, go to the link in my bio or down in the description and click on the top button. Just got some chills. Click on the top button, and that will take you to a free 15-minute exercise where I will show you how to use tarot cards to write a complete story, a beginning, a middle, and an end. And it might help you look at this project in another way, or look at a different project in another way. It just kind of depends on what you want to do with it. Yeah, and with that, I will see you in the next one.